Are you tired of being busy and just want to get shit done now, aka be more productive? Hi, I'm Chris Freeman, the Closer Clients One, and in this video, I'm going to be answering your question of how to stop being busy and be more productive. And this video is just going to be split into 4 main points, quick and easy, that I use every single day. The first one is, you need to ask yourself, what are the top 3 things that you need to be working on that earn you the most money? Because while money isn't everything, everything needs money. It takes your money. And it is the lifeline, the lifeblood of what it is that you're working on to your survivability. And there's no real reason to explain more than that. I mean, it should be pretty obvious on what it says on the tin. Money runs everything. The second thing is that you need to identify what tasks can't you outsource, that you can't give to anyone else. And when you write down that list of the things that you can't offload to someone else for whatever reason, maybe you can't find that person who you trust enough to do this. Maybe you can't afford to outsource it, okay? Then once you've written down that list, okay, you need to sort them out into the top 3 things that need to be worked on, say within the next 3 months, and then just pick one of them that you're going to focus on first. No matter how big that is, if you can't accomplish it all in one day, then split it up over days and into little mini tasks that you need to hit each and every day. And it could be, for example, that you can't afford to outsource the building of the website, okay? And you do not know how to build websites at all. It might be that you're going to do, the very first thing is to identify what is the best type of website to build, because you don't really know what a website is, or if it's just a one-for-all thing, okay? Or even identify what's the best kind of website that you want to be working towards and just see what it is. And then the next day, you might be figuring out, okay, what's the best way to do this? Is there some kind of web hosting graphic device, okay, that you can just easily drag and drop, or do you need to learn coding, okay? It's little things like that. Work on it bit by bit every day, and you'll eventually reach there. But you need to identify what tasks can't you outsource, and really ask yourself, can I really not outsource these, okay? Is it just fear that's holding me back from giving responsibility to someone else, okay? Do you have trust issues? Because when Elon Musk first started SpaceX, a company that tried to make space travel and rockets, reusable rockets, much, much cheaper, he got laughed at. But he was able to accomplish it simply because he worked on the tasks that no one else would. Because he knew that there's no point building a rocket, okay, or even a plane, without building the engine or the fuel tank. Because it doesn't matter how good everything else is, if you don't build the components that allow it to move, that give it the blood and the life, the fuel, whatever it is, then it's not going to go anywhere. And that's how he still gets things done today, because sometimes he can't outsource whatever job he's going to do because of time constraint, okay? There's not enough time to find someone else to do it because someone has said that it's impossible, and he's just fired them and said, I'm going to be the CEO of 2 companies and I'm going to do your job at the same time. And he's done it multiple times. When people said it was impossible, he just fired them and did their job for them faster than possible. Anyone else thought possible anyway. And he was willing to do the things that he didn't exactly love, but he knew that it needed to be done to get his companies moving forward. Because when you're an entrepreneur or whatever else, it's not just about doing what you love doing, it's about willing to do the things that you don't love doing. And that doesn't mean you need to do it all the time, but you need to do it when it counts. The third thing is that now that you've identified the top 20% of things that you need to be done that can get you 80% of the results, you need to identify 80% of the other mundane tasks that need to be done that get you 20% of the results. There's an 80-20 rule out there. I don't remember the exact ruling or this exact word to define this, but it is very important that you learn this principle. And once you've identified the tasks that can't be ignored, that need to be done, you need to focus on outsourcing what's the best place to outsource what you want to give to others, okay? It might be you go on Fiverr or I believe Workspace or whatever it is. You need to identify and just pass those tasks along. And the fourth and final point is that you've worked out your plan of what needs to be done, what you can't outsource and what you can and how. You need to develop your mind, okay? Because you've already developed the plan, the actions and so on. You need to develop your mind and your thinking so that it is better. So you're better able to be more effective and be more productive and then get more shit done. And you do that by training your productivity muscle, not your busy muscle, your productivity muscle. And that is through communication, because I believe that the most important skill as an entrepreneur is not giving up, okay? It's not giving up. But communication between you and your team and you and your vision. Because if you can't communicate between them properly, then you're not going to get anywhere. You're not going to succeed, because no entrepreneur out there has an unlimited threshold, an unlimited pain threshold. Everyone gives up at some point, okay? That's just a part of life. It is a fact, okay? There's not a single person on this planet who has 100% tolerance and will never give up no matter what they're working, okay? Until the point of death. Because death itself is literally giving up, because it's overtaking you so you can no longer work on it. But anyway, the questions you can ask yourself to be more productive is, can I do this faster? Can I do this smarter? Can I do it better by doing something else? Can I find someone else who can do it better? And then ask yourself these questions every morning, okay? How can you do all these things? How can you do this faster? How can you do this smarter? Because when you ask yourself a question, no matter what question you ask yourself, you're always going to get an answer. Your brain just has no filter and it will just give you the answer like that. And you just need to train yourself to ask better questions, because the way that you ask the questions will determine where you're going to move next, okay? And if you ask the wrong questions, then you're going to take the wrong turn down and work on a project for 3 months and then just realize, actually, it's obsolete. It's not going to help you at all. And if you just asked the right question, you could have saved yourself 3 months of work and God knows how many thousands of dollars or hours of time that you wasted on that. And when you're able to ask the right questions, you improve the mindset. Then you start asking even better questions, okay? Because I'm not at the level that my mentor is, but he's managing like 20 plus companies and he's worth a lot of money. And he asks himself a different set of questions that you could ask yourself, which is, what don't I know? What don't I see? What could go wrong? And he asks himself these questions every single day to help him run his 20 plus companies and to become more efficient with it and earn maybe even more companies or make them bigger. And that's basically it. Those are the 4 points. What are the top 3 things that can earn you the most money? What can't you outsource to someone else that you need to work on? What can you outsource to other people? And where can you outsource them? And then asking yourself the questions, productivity questions, to improve your mindset and your ability to communicate with you and your team. And if you don't have your team, then between you and your mission, your vision that you think about, you write about every single day. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video and thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Don't forget to like and comment below if you have a comment, question to ask me, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time.